So fake news are saying that Biden is the president-elect. Well, let me tell you, nothing is over till the fat man finishes his lawsuits. There are so many lawsuits to those horrible people, the do-nothing Democrats, because this election was the most fraudulent ever. No one has had a more fraudulent election than me. These are unprecedented times. And I'm suing everyone, every single state, every single Democrat, 76 million people who voted for Sleepy Joe. 4 years of that man. Do you know what? There are 73 days. 73 days until he can move in. Dismal Joe Biden, until he can move into the White House. 73 days. I don't think he's going to live that long. I do. You know, they say, don't they? It's true. They say that moving house is the most stressful thing in the world. Most stressful. And no one knows more than me about moving house. What? Pickfords have just arrived. Okay. Don't believe a word. Fake movers. They're fake movers. Pickfords have arrived. No, they haven't. So they say the moving is the most stressful thing in the world. Most stressful thing in the world. So 73 days, moving house, Sleepy Joe's not going to last. I mean, there's a man, he can't string two words together. He's a loser with a capital L. Whichever way, I don't know. You know, he was sat in a bar next to a beautiful woman. And no one loves beautiful women more than me. I mean, they're fantastic. They're tremendous. Beautiful women. He was sat, Sleepy Joe Biden, sat next to a beautiful, think about this. He was sat next to a beautiful woman. And he looked at her and said, "Do I come here often?" Think about that. That is a big worry. Do you know he entered Mr. Universe in 1954? He entered Mr. Universe and he said he didn't enjoy the experience, but they still keep in touch, which is beautiful, which is tremendous. But this election is not over, so stop posting things on Mike Osmond's Facebook, Mike Osmond's Not Real Donald Trump YouTube page, saying, what are you going to do now? What do you mean? It's not over. The do-nothing Democrats, the horrible people, they are total losers, total scumbags. They're going to lose. And you got to remember, the election was a poll. It was a poll. And nobody loves polls better than I mean, tremendous polls. You saw the numbers before the election. The fake news, CNN, those horrible people saying that it was going to be a landslide for Sleepy Joe. No way. It didn't happen. So, and I know. It's become very clear that the U.S. election was a poll about whether you love or hate Donald Trump. That was what it was all about. It was a poll, the election, the poll about whether you love or hate Donald J. Trump. You love or hate. If you love Donald, you had to get off your ass or butt, and go and vote. But if you didn't, if you hated Trump, no problem. Somebody did it for you. It is so bad. Such a fraud. Think about this. Think about this. Think about this. And I'm not bitter and twisted, by the way. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm not. Calm down. Calm down. Stay calm. Stay calm. Calm down. Stay calm. If a foreign dictatorship fixed an election overnight like America, then America would probably invade that country. That's how bad this election was. It was a disgrace. It was a disgrace. I mean, they were counting. They had paper over the windows. We couldn't have our people in there. We couldn't have our people. Think about that. Think about that. Couldn't have our people in there. Couldn't have our people in there. And when they went in, they were 100 foot from the people counting the votes. This is what's been going on. Philadelphia, the most corrupt place in the world. Think about this. When we went to bed on election night, I was winning in those 5 key states by a significant margin. And then they stopped counting. They stopped counting. Those horrible people stopped counting. And then suddenly, all these votes came in for Sleepy Joe. Where did they come from? It's not right. It's not fair. So bad. So wrong. And I promise you, we will count again every single legal ballot. Every single legal ballot. But the moral of the story is, if you watch 2 doddery old farts in their 70s run a race, expect to be waiting a long, long time for the result. But I think you'll find in a few weeks I will still be president of the United States. And here's the big news. The big news for you. This is an exclusive. Just for you. You remember I had coronavirus, COVID-19. You remember that. I had coronavirus. And I went to the Walter Reed Hospital. Tremendous doctors. Fantastic doctors. And when I came out, I felt so good. I wanted to kiss all the beautiful women, even some of the men. I was going to do that. 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 And so I was on some therapeutics, Regeneron, beautiful thing, tremendous. Who knew? Think about that, Regeneron, what it's done, and well done. Congratulations to the people of the UK. The new vaccine that's coming down the tube, that's going to be tremendous. It's going to be so good. But here's the big exclusive, and this is why Sleepy Joe's never going to get in here. This beautiful building, the White House, tremendous, wonderful building behind me. I think I can see Melania. No, she left the day after the election, by the way. She's gone. I think she's living with Sleepy Joe already. So here's the news. My doctors have told me, and this is this is amazing and exclusive. My doctors have told me that I have contracted, not COVID-19, COVID-20. COVID-20. I've got COVID-20. It's so contagious. It's so much worse than COVID-19. And what the doctors, the Walter Reed doctors, have told me I've got to do, and this is very important, I'm doing it for the world, the people of the United States, the people of the UK, but the entire world, everyone. This means, because I've contracted COVID-20, the first person, the best COVID-20, I am going to have to self-isolate in the White House for the next 4 years. That's what my medical team have told me. They've told me. So, Sleepy Joe, I ain't going nowhere.